Hey, Jeff Howard here at Kiteboarding.com, and I got to tell you, we're really excited about getting the new V3 wing from Slingshot. So we were out at the AWSI, and a lot of my team riders that were out there, we were testing gear and equipment, and I know that there's a lot of technology getting ready to come in the spring, meaning lightweight type materials, but building out of the same materials that a lot of manufacturers are getting into, such as the dimension polyant and everything else. I got to tell you, the slingwing was one of our very, very top picks. Now, what I mean about that is they're going to come out with some higher technology, higher costing type materials that will make those wings a little bit lighter. And overall, I got to tell you, they did such a trim job on this using the standard dimension polyant and the polyester ripstop, that they've got the weight down on these. The 4.0 we weighed in, and that thing came in about 4.5 pounds. That is very lightweight. We were weighing some of the other wings and they could be upwards of a pound more than that. So out of it, I got to tell you, Slingshot did a great job on that, making everything light, using dimension polyant, which keeps that price down on that wing. Now, what they've done, I got to tell you, usually in the third version, either of a kite or a wing, is always the one that I'm very excited to see, because that is usually about the area where they start to really trim things down, figure everything out between handles and flying and how it handles in the air. The slingwing is fantastic, the V3. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that they've done. Now, they simplified the handles. They've gone down to a nice padded lightweight handle. This is the 4.5. We noticed the 4.5 size and up have the 3 handles. These are very lightweight. They're far enough out from the strut that you can easily get a hold of it, as well as sliding your hands without having to move to get that different power and load on your hands. It's really cool. So you just slide a little bit along that handle. And as again, the 4.5 has a center handle. We found this really nice when we were testing it, because you could just do one-handed, surf the wave, keep that power in the wing using one hand. Now on it, they also added and did really nice harness connection webbing loops. I did connect my harness to this, and it did balance out real well, felt real good in the harness. Overall, they've done a lot of reinforcements. They've doubled the layered Dacron in the areas that need to be in the casing, as well as they've double stitched the leading edge. This is one of the only few wings I've ever seen go to a 10 PSI using dimension polyant type Dacrons, which is awesome. If you can get these things stiffer, the feeling that you have and the feedback you have and the power transfer when you go into pumping or moving that wing is fantastic. So I gotta tell you, 10 PSI is really cool. We'll see how it does in longevity. I think we're not going to have any issues with it. The way that they built and double layered the seams, fantastic job. So in deflation and how you inflate and deflate, what they've done is they have their single pump system, one pump system on there with a clamp. You can shut off the strut. And as a lot of people know, when you go to deflating some of these, there's so much air that's been difficult. Well, they've kind of fixed that issue. They put a dump valve on the strut over here. So you simply pull that, dumps all the air, easy, quick folding up of the bladders. They still stick with their air. This is the Airlock 2 valve, we call it. It has its adapter. I really love this valve. This is one of my favorite inflate and deflate type valves on any kite out there, due to its size, its weight, and how easy it is to use, and you don't have to have a special adapter. Other things they did and they changed on the wings is they added this batten. Now the cool part about it is they've done so much work in getting sail tension across the leading edge tension to pull that sail. I mean, this thing is like drum tight. It's really cool. A little bit of flutter in the trailing edge, which from what I'm understanding, you do want a little bit. That caused a little bit of drag back on it. But the other addition that they did was this batten. They put this little sail tension batten up inside of here along the luff curve. This is one of the most important areas on a kite or a wing, is the luff curve. This is where you're going to get your power. This is where you're going to get stability in it, and the drive in the forward. So the longer you keep this in shape, the more drive you're going to have, more upwind ability, and more angle of attack you'll change before it backwinds. Every wing will backwind, every kite will. but that keeps that air on that surface. Really awesome. I mean, this is very taut all the way down through the baffle of the wing. The reinforcements, I love it that they've just simplified a lot on their reinforcements. They've done something out here on the tips, and I love it in the areas that they have, because we've had so many of these wings come in for repairs and stuff, and they've got the reinforcement here, so if you tip your wing over and it's on the top, and they also got it in the areas that touch the ground, and just to reduce wear and tear across the wing and making it last longer. They also did what I call flutter battens. They're out on the wingtips out here to reduce that. Any drag that you reduce, the faster the wing and the further it will go upwind with less flutter along that trailing edge. I gotta tell you, overall, they have done a fantastic job. We're really excited. Again, this was one of the top picks when we were out there testing wings out in the gorge, and we tested a lot. We tested all the wings that were in the upper couple of $1,000 ones, all the way down to the beginners, and this was definitely one of the top picks. The wing comes with a bag, a really nice, simple, I love this part of it. Give me a lightweight bag, make it easy to fit in and travel, but I hate it when they're really big and they're real heavy. Slingshot's finally reducing that down, getting these really nice, simple bags with backpack straps on them. Just a great addition. This is something I will travel with it, and I will take it with me for sure, not just switching out bags. That comes with a leash. This is their standard leash. And a lot of people go, a leash is a leash. Well, to me, it's not. I really get into stuff and check it out and why and design. One is, I want it where the cuff does not come completely out of the Velcro here. I mean, you can force it through, but some of them don't even have this double back on it. So if that Velcro comes loose, at least I've got a chance to catch the wing. If they slide out of here, or you don't have this double back and you're just Velcroing around, I'm telling you, I've seen it happen. The Velcro doesn't hold, and it does that. The other thing that they've done is it comes with a pigtail on it. This is the 4.5. I put it on, and if I can reach the end of the wingtip easily, you don't need the extension. So I'm guessing it's the larger size wings. You can lark's head it on or go loop to loop, but when I test a leash, I put it on. I don't like them tight. I want them to spin around, but I want to be able to get down to the wingtip. If I can get to here with the leash, that's how long I want it. I don't want this extra extension. I like it where it's going to be a little bit snug or right there tight when I grab that back handle in position. But anyway, it comes with that extra pigtail. You can add that to it on the larger sizes. It's just a standard type leash, but it's a good leash. It's a nice leash. Some of them with the webbing, I'm telling you, they slack out so fast and they just don't hold up. Anyway, overall, I tell you, Slingshot has done a fantastic job with this wing. This is a wing you want to get out and test. If you're looking to get into, either get into the sport or upgrade and get into a new wing, I got to tell you, this is one you definitely want to get your hands on. Anyway, that's Jeff Howard here at Wingboarding.com and Kiteboarding.com to find the new gear and help you get on the water.